Hello. Hello. How are you doing? Oh my God. How you doing? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm doing well. I am doing well. I have editing I should do. However, I want to stream, and I don't want to edit like the 7 hours of footage I have. Hello, yeah, I got the stare emote. I'm very happy. I got the email this morning that it got approved. Finally. It's wonderful. We love it. We love to see it. We only have 2 more emotes that are waiting to be approved, and they're the animated ones. Because I put another one in there. We have just 2 more. And then I gotta make like lurk and raid emotes, but we've almost got like a proper set of emotes fully approved in. Yeah, no, I recorded like pretty much 7 hours of footage last night with my siblings. So I've got a fair amount to mess around with and edit into a much shorter video. But I want to get that done because I want to upload another video because I haven't uploaded on YouTube for a while. So, you know, we love it. I do have an idea as well for a stream that we're going to do in the future, but I didn't have time to set it up before stream today, so I didn't get to do it today because I thought about it like a couple of hours ago. Is I'm going to set up a way for you guys to be able to actually control my game using like channel points and stuff. So we can do like a speed run or something, but you guys can control whatever the fuck I'm doing. Oh. I also have a point that may not room, please. I don't think we're going to God, I don't know if Maniac knows that it's been approved yet. Does Maniac? Oh, there was a fly. Why is there a fly on my screen? Go away. Shoot. There we go. Gross. Is he in chat? Spamming the stare. We love it. Yeah. We could do, because I was gonna possibly speedrun Security Breach today if they had voted for it, but Twitter didn't vote for it. So maybe that could be what we speedrun, but you guys can control what I'm doing, and that can be interesting. How is it not? Go away! Shoot! There it goes. The bug gone now. What are we doing? We are going on hardcore Minecraft. I don't know what I'm doing on my Minecraft, but I'm going on. Okay. Here we go. How did going onto studio mode make my Minecraft disappear? Hello, come back. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna move chat a little bit like that. Perfect. Let's swap to. Yeah, I literally just finished the mouth and the little things on it. Today, like a couple of hours ago. I will be setting up new states for this one so I can actually have emotions soon. So I can swap between different states. It'd be great. We're gonna love it. Yee! Thank you! It's been great. I love it. It came out so nice. So cute. There we go. Okay. Now the question is... Okay, I did delete all the I did a really terrible set of speedruns a couple of days ago, and it went so poorly. And so I was like, oh, did I delete all the worlds? I did. I gotta upload that whole video to my my alt. So I want to just upload my unedited speedruns because that went so poorly. I got so frustrated at the end. So it went so bad. But it's all good. We love it. We love it. But I finally added my wings to like one of my more recent PNGs. I want to set this up. I quite literally. No, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. You don't have to. Encoding overloaded? How rude. Oh, right. This is where I was. I forgot what I was up to. Ooh. Okay. So I'm subbing it. That's fair enough. No pressure though. Oof. A little bit of lag there. This world is always laggy when I'm streaming. But there's not a lot I can do about that. Encoding's overloaded. Stop it. Okay. So the stream might be very slightly delayed on chat because it's being like this, but it's okay. I'm just letting everything load. Right. So I was trying to empty out this whole place, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now unless we want to, because we could also do that. Yeah, hardcore time. It's been a second since I've been on this world. A hot minute. I rigged them with my full Twitter accounts. You know what? That's fair. I think I've done the same with other people, my friends, like ones before. And I was always like, yeah, trying to stream, my laptop would explode. You know, that's fair enough. My old laptop would definitely fucking have a fit if I tried to stream on it. An absolute fit. It was not it's not a happy laptop. I haven't not turned it on in ages. But it can barely do anything. But no, my Minecraft normally runs fairly fine. But I'm using, the reason why it's semi-okay right now is because I'm using quite a few performance mods. I'm using Fabric performance mods because, you know, helpful. Oh yeah, I want a better, that's fair enough. I updated my skin. Hold on, I'm gonna get into a better location to do this. Oh, rude. Yeah, I got myself a better computer because, funny enough, it was for a course. Okay. And I need to be able to use, like, proper stuff. Okay. Hold on, I want to show my skin. Look at me. I have the you can't, hold on, here we go. Look, I have, like, the halo on top. So it kind of matches my, it's meant to match me. Match my little PNG a bit better. And what my my new, when I make my proper model, so I want to make a 2D model, this will match that a bit better because this is closer to the outfit that I'm gonna be wearing for that. So I'm gonna put my armor back on before I die. Okay. Yeah, no, at some point I'm gonna have to head to the other ocean monument because there is another one nearby-ish. Because there wasn't a sponge room in this one, and I need more than 3 sponges to actually do this, because there's no way I'm going to do this fully with sand. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It took ages back on the WarSP to just clear out an area around the monument itself to steal the Guardians. It would take so much longer if I tried to do it without sponges here as well. Because if you didn't know, the first Guardian I got, Poseidon, because I got him alone, I didn't use sponges at all. Like, I fully mined out enough gravel and sand to just empty it all. I didn't do it on stream because it's not a fun task, but also I didn't want anyone to know I was doing it when I was doing it, so I was like, I'm not gonna stream that. So I didn't even tell my team I was doing it, and so I just literally sent a message in the team chat and went, hey guys, guess what? There's a bug on my screen. Fuck off. And I was like, hey guys, guess what? Yeah, sponge. I have yeah, no sponge for the first monument, for the Elder Guardian, but I have 3 sponge. I have 3 sponges. They're just currently sitting in there. I need to deal with it, but I don't wanna. This is not being done. I need more sponge than what I have. That's a start. It's a start. It's unfortunate. Yeah, there's no sponge room in the monument. So I don't have that many sponges. I could only get sponges from the Elder Guardians. And so it's just... It's a pain. Sponges are a pain to get a ton of. So... I'm going to have to go into the monument that I found at some point. But it's all good. I have potions of invisibility and potions of water breathing, so I could go. Why are we draining this? It was yeah, this is a monument. There is no Elder Guardians in it, but we're draining it. I just wanted to do something. If I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. But no, it's kind of a common thing people do. We drain a big monument. I can make a kind of like a cool building at the bottom of this. I can kind of use the monument to build something out of it, but I can also make an Elder Guardian farm out of it if I wanted to. I was bored, yeah. This is kind of... I feel like it's... It's cool, yeah. I tend to do big things like this when I just get bored. I don't know why. It's just what I do. Because I built the War SMP back on the dwelling. I did that whole project because I was bored. So, you know, it gives me something to do, something to focus on for a bit. It's also a mindless task, which is the better part about it. So, like, until it's actually fully empty and, like, drained and I have to start working on the interior and everything, it's a mindless task that I don't have to think about too much as I do it. Which is always a great thing. So I can kind of just mindlessly talk and do it. And as long as I'm far enough away from the actual monument, I have no issues with the Guardians. So, I'm in a good spot for this. Okay. Stream when you finish the draining. Honestly, it's gonna be a while. This is... Ooh, you know what I need? Do I not have a hoe? I swear, I thought I had one. Am I missing it in my inventory, or do I not have a hoe? Because you mine this faster with a hoe. I guess I don't. Okay, hold on. Your mom. Okay. Okay, sorry. Lag as you're trying to, like, land is the worst. Okay. Let me see. What was I doing? I needed... I'm having a moment. Give me a minute. What was I trying to do? I needed a hoe. Do I have... Did I have one that I just put away somewhere? Yeah, lagging at while you're trying to land is the worst thing. Because, yeah, I want to just land and it's like, actually, you're gonna lag out and you're gonna think you're about to die. Okay, well, I don't have enough to turn it to netherite immediately, but I could always enchant, oh. Hello, Maniac, hello. I'm making a hoe. There's a bird on oranges and lagged by this. It's like an hour 5 lives. Honestly, when you're flying and you lag, it's just like, oh, now you're dead. Yeah, it got approved, Maniac. But, you know, on the other hand, look what also got approved. We now just have 2 emotes that are waiting on approval. I will not ban it. I just got it approved. But yeah, we got 2 more emotes that got approved today. I woke up to the email. So we just have 2 more to go, and then we can work on a couple more, because I want to make like a raid and lurk emote. But other than that, I have nothing else to make, so we're just chilling. We should probably head to the other monument, maybe. I don't know how far I want to go with just these 3. No. Did you squish it? I forgot you could do that with the emotes, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, here we go. Like a bug. No! My eyes, you've squished. We may have to head back to that desert we were obliterating at some point. Because my face. I'm so squished. I'm squished. Okay. I'm so squished. God, I forgot you could do that. I need to do that to some of my friends' emotes when I'm on their streams next. Because it's so funny. Wait, yeah, no problem, no problem. Look, yes, thank you for the look. We're gonna... We're gonna... Yeah, we might have to go back to the desert to continue obliterating it to get a bit more sand. Because I'm kind of nervous to head into a monument. But we should be fine. My bonk? Did my bonk just get approved? My bonk wasn't approved. Wait. It just got approved. My bonk. My bonk emote. Yeah. Okay, then we just have 1 emote that hasn't been approved. I just love all the stairs bouncing around on the screen. That's funny. I love the emote wall. It's the best thing. My bonk emote got approved. Yay. We have just 1 emote then, which is, I have a pet. I feel like I could make an angel emote at some point. Make an angel emote. I have to figure out who I want her to be, but I think absolutely a little angel. Angel's not even in my room. I believe she's with my sister right now. She didn't want to come into my room. That's quite rude of her. How dare she? Okay. I'm gonna reload stream. Okay, that's fair. It keeps having encoding overloading, so it might need reloading every now and again to be kept up. It seems to be doing okay. Bonk. Bonk. I'm so happy. When did that even get approved? Did I get approved like in middle of stream? Did I even get the email? Monk. Oh, I only just got the yes. It got approved during stream then. That's very funny. Monk. I still have so many more slots. Oh, not so many, but I have quite a few slots still, I believe. Or for emotes. Hold on. How many slots do I currently have for both animated and not? Give me 1 second. I currently have 3 more normal emotes and 2 more animated I can add. I also have like 1 slot for tier 2 and tier 3, but you know, I'm not that fussed. You just squish animated. Oh my god, I would love that if you were able to squish the animated emotes as well. You get a squished of the bonk. So if I do lurk and raid, then we'd have 1 slot, and that if that we do angel, and then I have 2 animation ones. Okay. That is fair, we got that. Unfortunately, I can't do follower emotes, because that's not something that's immediately available. For some reason. But that's whatever. Okay. This is a small one, so this one should be easy enough to drain. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, Jess. Hello. How are you doing? Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, that does so much. That's so good. Got tilted in Valorant. When don't we? Is the question. But what happened? What happened? Ooh. So that was... Oh, God, lag. That is so much more successful. Look at that. Look at all that. Look at that. Do you mean... Do you mean there? So Phoenix Care kept blinding the team and Jet had to be hacking. Hackers. I understand KO having a bit of issues when it comes to blinding the team, because those flashes can be a bit difficult to squish. They can be a little bit difficult to get right. Phoenix, however, come on. They're not that hard. They dropped 45 kills with the second most being 18. Maybe. It's a possible being hacking, because it depends on how many rounds, I guess. I've dropped close to that before. It happens sometimes that just one person does super ridiculously well, and because of that, everyone else is level 17 Jet 2. Ooh, maybe not hacking, maybe a smurf. Just someone who's trying to get to level 20. Because there's a lot of smurfs. It's just annoying. Yeah, it's always very annoying when there's someone who's just... And clearly not where they're meant to be. Is this... Okay, it is fine. Okay. I was like, is this landing? Am I dropping this on just kelp down there and it's breaking? I've had some pretty frustrating games with people on Valorant. Because I know... do Minecraft or something. Honestly, Minecraft, we love it. Before bed. Yeah, it's always much more calming than Valorant. Okay. How about this? When we empty that out, we head over to the other monument to go grab more sponge, hopefully, fingers crossed, and then go get more sand, maybe. And so we just go that way. It should be quicker because I have my Elytra and my... I'm learning how to train an ocean monument. Honestly. Maybe. Don't worry about it. We love the casual, the really calmness of just being able to do this. I'm gonna be a little scared going into the monument. Not this one. Because I've already emptied this one. I'm really upset that there was no sponge room in there. Because I really wanted it. I needed sponge. Although to be fair, I don't... Do you need silk touch to take sponge? No, you don't. You can just pick it up. If you use a hoe, it's fastest with a hoe, by the way. So I quickly enchanted this just so I could be a little bit faster with it. Okay, there we go. Good to know. Yeah, it was much better than when I was trying to get it out of a monument before, and I was just punching it with my fist because I couldn't figure out how to get it a bit faster. I'm a little too low. Okay, well that's not ideal. Oof. I don't know exactly what causes the lag in this area. I think it literally is just the amount of villagers I have. Probably still loaded. I'm far enough away that it shouldn't be a problem, but whatever. Too many helpers. Honestly. I have so much going on back at my base. Just so many villagers. Just I got the best trading system though. Cause then I can just I have so much I can do, so much to trade with. It's great. Cause I have just like an infinite amount of carrots now, golden carrots. So food galore. I'm gonna go make a snack. Yes, yes. I kind of want ice cream, but it's fine. I was making ice cream last night. And my dad came downstairs and he did for ages he didn't see there's just a giant tub of Neapolitan on the side. And then he was like, I see it. I was like, no, you see nothing. You see nothing. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, you see nothing. What ice cream? No ice cream. I didn't take the ice cream. I say what ice cream? I still made the ice cream and then left with it, but you know. But you know, it's the mind games, you know. I'm gonna get a snack also. Oh yes, yes, go get your snack. Bum, 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 snack break. Snack break. I'm at some point I'm gonna get Spotify Premium. So we can listen to things other than Undertale on stream. Without ads. So I could technically put my Spotify on. The issue is that you will be dealing with ads every now and again. Just unskippable, annoying ads. Okay. And I'm not exactly a fan of that. Okay. Oh, I freeze. I'm so used to like continuing to fly when I'm doing stuff like this. Because if you guys haven't seen me when I fly before, I will open my inventory, move stuff around, like look at stuff, read stuff, be on my phone. So I'm so unused to it just actually pausing me. Okay. 2,300, 5,500. Okay. Let's keep an eye out for the monument. Because then we can go take a peek inside. Because we have potions to be able to do this. Just if I remember it. Also, if I feel confident enough to try this on stream. Part of the reason why I'm feeling like I'm not confident is because it is being a little laggy. So I'm just like, is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? Maybe not. We could do it on the way back. We could go grab sand and then do it on the way back because there's the monument. We'll do it on the way back and we'll see how well the lag goes. And we'll grab it on the way back. Because we can go until we can get another full shulker full. Do we have 2 shulkers? We have 2 shulkers. 2 shulkers full and then we can head back. Okay. 2,500. 5,500. Nearly there. This is faster than Bo, so it's a good thing I actually enchanted my Elytra. Eventually, I'm also going to have to make a creeper farm. I've got serum here. I may not have got, tried to get a small dino, but stopped because I didn't want to be seen by people. That's fair. That's fair. I sometimes just will not do something just because I know there's someone there, and I'm like, I don't want to be caught. I'm just gonna get the thing that's easy, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I need to make a creeper farm sometime soon so I can actually fly fully. That's a geode underneath me. And then it's 5,500, so it should be right ahead. Yeah, so I wouldn't have to keep dipping down each time. Yeah, no, I got a lot of builds I want to build on this world. It's just I'm still planning the most of them. Are we gonna play hardcore the whole stream, or do you think you're gonna change to a different set because of the lag or something else? I may play this the whole stream, but I also may swap at some point to something else. Probably MCC Island, because that was the other thing that was on the poll. So we'll play for a little bit because I have only a couple of things that I plan on doing, so I haven't got much. I don't know how much you guys want to see a whole nother stream of me mining sand and talking, but That's currently what we're heading towards. I just realized. Volume is like basically up. I'm trying to say I bet you play some games. Okay. Yes. I probably will swap to MCC Island, and if I don't do it today, it'll be the next time I stream. I'm probably gonna be playing MCC Island. Either that or Security Breach, which was the two options I had for stream today. Either way, I do plan on trying to get sort out chat commands so you guys can control the game to add a bit more chaos to it. But I didn't have time to fully set that up before stream, so I wasn't able to. I'm actually kind of sad about that. That would have been fun to do, but it's fine. I also at some point want to try and do a hardcore world, but you guys can control it, so you guys could just murder me. Or be trying to murder me the whole time. But it wouldn't be this world because I refuse to let you guys try and kill me. But I absolutely, yeah, I wanna give you guys chaos. The ability to rain chaos through my stream. Okay. So we're gonna give you loads of power probably for the next stream. If I can sort it out, you guys are gonna have power. I need to figure out all the things I want. I voted for security to see the rage. You know what? That sounds on. Yeah, that sounds about right. Not many people did, so I was like, okay, it's between those two. But I guess I'll do a poll again tomorrow and see if I can figure out chat commands for that. But either way, because I think it'll be channel points, I'm gonna make it be, because that's easy enough. So I want you guys to be able to do things that make me drop my sword, make me hit, jump, walk backwards, you know, I don't know. I have to come up with a few ideas, and I guess it depends on which game you guys want me to do it with. You go squish. you squished me. You squished me. I think doing a hardcore world and you guys try and kill me, or like a speed run, but you guys are trying to like sabotage me would be fun. For you guys being able to have control. Oh, at some point I want to like get a server, but make it like try and do like a manhunt with like viewers. That could be funny. That with friends, but I think I want to do a manhunt so badly with people. And I'm unsure whether it should be me like being hunted or whether I hunt people down. But like I think either way could be really fun. But I have so many things I want to do. I have ideas flowing out of me. Where's Luke again? I know you keep telling. Oh, I didn't leave my bed. Oh my god. Okay. So the person is still watching but not. Yeah, they're just lurking. They're just chilling in chat. They're just chilling, watching stream, but they're not actively chatting. Yeah, they could have stream in the background, but they're just they have it in the background. They're not necessarily fully paying attention, or they are. They just don't want to chat. That's what I do with a bunch of my friends. I kind of have them on in the background so I can support them, but just I can't actively chat at the moment. Other times I'm just actively chatting because they're my friends, and I'm just like chatting to them, being a nuisance. But you know. That's what it is. We love it. We love all the sand. Because, you know, here's the area we destroyed last time. And we're going to destroy this area this time. It's going to be great. Yeah, I think I might do the monument off camera again. The other monument, because I'm a little... Man, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Follow a goal. Thank you. Yeah, I think I might do it off camera because it's being very slightly laggy, so I'm nervous about going into a monument in hardcore while it's being laggy like this. But it's kind of smooth, so I might try. I have a totem. I have a few totems, so we could be okay. We could be all good. Imagine if there's no sponge room again. Oh, I didn't get the gold out of the one that I'm draining. I didn't get any of the gold out. Oops. I'll grab that at some point. I have a few things I need to still do on this hardcore world. Because I still haven't actually done... like a mansion. I've done a raid, but technically I haven't actually fought a raid on my own. I fought it with like 1 million golems to back me up because I've been nervous. Because the last time I think it's technically my last death in a hardcore world. Actually, what was my last death in a hardcore world? Because I don't think my last death was the raid, was it? It might have been. It's either that or it was the skeleton in the farm. But we've been doing well on this one. I have another hardcore world, if you guys remember that one, that I haven't played on because I went back to this one. But it's the one that I have all the axolotls and I'm up on the mountain, which is the worst place for a hardcore base. But, you know, it's fine. But, you know, it's fine, it's fine. Because it was in the savannah biome up on the on the Shattered Savannah, because it was still back in that version when it's called the Shattered Savannah. But because we updated that world, it's now the Windswept Savannah. But, you know, I don't know why they needed to change the name. I quite liked it being called Shattered. It sounded cool. But I've been working on a lot of stuff off camera. I've been trying to get my lore for my character fully set it out because I want to actually at some point soonish start on lore for the dwelling. Like actually try and kick that into motion because we've been talking about it. My god, we've been talking about it as a group for months. Literally since the beginning, we've been talking about the idea of doing lore and that it was meant to be a lore-based SMP. But we keep talking about it and then never actually setting up the meeting to talk about it and figure out what we want to do fully. And the story. Like, we keep getting little bits of progress. So I think at some point I'm just going to have to go, hey, Cave, you free? You've been mining off... Yeah, I've just done a little off-camera mining. Yeah, no, I've been actually trying to set up my lore properly and make it easy to understand. Because I realize there's so much of my character that you guys have no idea about because I never got the chance to actually show it during SMPs. I've been trying to think of the best way to show it, so I might just create like a video and then maybe like just a lore document so it's easy to read. But I need to do the lore for the dwelling at some point. Because I have so many ideas for that server, but we just haven't done anything. I think the main issue is that Cave is super busy right now. And so getting them locked down to do anything is just super hard. Because they've got, like, you know, so much with, you know, school, a job, you know. And having, like, friendships and relationships on top, it's like, oh, well, they have very little time to get on. But we've been playing off, we played off camera the other day. Because they were able to, because it was early in the day. But it's fun. We actually started getting good at, like, Sky Battle and Battle Box. We started actually getting fairly good at it. It's still hit or miss whether I'll do well. But I'm getting better at it. Finally. I actually started being able to place. Like, actually on the podium on those ones. At the very least on, Battle Box, I'm actually able to place. At least sometimes. Because I've been trying to do my dailies. Each time I go on, I've been trying to do my dailies every day so I can level up quicker. Because I kind of want to try and get a beanie on in one of the factions. Because that's the max level. Like, level 5 is, like, level 5. Level 50 is a beanie. And I kind of want to get the beanie for one of the factions. Currently the Green Geckos, because that's where I am currently. So I have to do it before the next MCC. Before I swap teams again. Or before it goes into open beta. But I don't know when they're going to do that. So I don't know how long we have. Oh, actually, I kind of do want to play MCC Island today. They have a new map on Hole in the Wall. I've been wanting a new map on Hole in the Wall for ages. Because I've gotten really good at it. But I've been wanting a new map because I wanted more movement and more things to dodge and figure out. So I was so excited to see that. It's so nice. So I want to try that. But I'm also very happy they got rid of red light, green light on Cliff to get to the other side. Because my god, no one can ever, like, the majority of people don't qualify when that happens on a Cliff because we're all too close together. There's nowhere to hide. I normally do it, but just because I managed to get out ahead somehow. But I realized how, like, complicated my lore gets after a certain point. It gets kind of a little bit iffy to explain easily. So I was like, oh, okay. We'll try and do that in a proper lore stream because it's future lore technically. So I'm going to for like the video give you an explanation of my lore up to and like up to the Impact SMP. Because that's where we get to, and then it's new stuff, you know? Because it gets new after that. Because it's a bit interesting after the Impact. It starts getting a bit interesting. Mainly the fact that the next SMP is technically not part of my canon. The Lie SMP. Like, it's not part of the main, like, timeline. Which I'll explain as to why, properly at some point. But, or maybe I'll do that at some point. But either way, yeah, the Lie SMP isn't part of the canon, like the main canon. Which I think is hilarious considering the fact that the Boss Ladies SMP, an SMP, by the way, that I have no VODs on. I have not a single VOD from the Boss Ladies SMP. I don't even remember how much I streamed on that SMP. Mainly because I made very little like friends from it. Like I didn't really talk to anyone because I got so nervous because it was like right at the beginning of me streaming, like within the first year of my streaming. Which, by the way, we're actually going to be hitting my 2-year on the 21st. So this is how far away it was. It was my first year of streaming was when I was on the Boss Ladies SMP. I have two videos. Two videos of the boss ladies. I have the first day. And I have a tour of a nation that I wasn't even a part of, but I lived very close to. So I I thought it was, oh, there's a lot going on here, so I'll just make a little like cinematic video of it. And that's the only things I have of the boss ladies. But the boss ladies is canon, but the Elias MP is a bit more complicated because technically it's not the same character that I'm playing. It's complicated. It's complicated, but I'm gonna explain it at some point. Just hold on, I'm be right back. I need to get more of a drink. I am back. Welcome back, Jess. Hello. Hello, Chris. I am doing well. I am doing well. I am destroying a desert and then destroying a monument. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Be right back. I'm not even muting or anything. I'm just leaving. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have all the sand I can currently carry. And my shovel is getting close to dying, so we're gonna head back. We have wet sponge. Okay, we have wet sponge, we have potions. If I see that monument, I may actually attempt it. I don't have a boat, so I don't have anywhere to hide. Do we attempt it? I think we do. If we really want to get this monument drained, we have to go in there. Even if it's a little bit on the laggier side, but it's okay. It's okay. What is that? Was that just a glitch? I don't know. Okay. Let's head back. Because at the minute, we've at the very least got to start. We got to put all that sand down. To continue getting that place ready to fully remove. There's so much water. I kind of knew it was going to be a big project, but I think I made it a bit bigger than I needed to. That circle did not need to be that big. I haven't even finished the circle. I think I have like the how the circle's meant to look like downloaded somewhere, so I can continue making it at some point. But I've also made half of it, so. Oh, is this the monument? I think this is the monument. Okay. We're gonna put ourselves over here. I need to do this just to get myself a landing spot. Go over here. Okay. And the issue is I need an emptier inventory. I have my silk touch on me? Yeah, I do. Okay. That can go in there. You know, maybe someday I understand what's happening. I need sponge is what's happening right now. I need sponge, and you can get that from monuments, which is what I'm about to go into. Yeah. Basically, I got bored, so I'm draining a huge section of water. Okay. I need one more empty slot. Okay. This is what boredom does. Yeah. Look, I've gotten bored and recreated an entire SMP location, which took me 80 hours, Alex, just because I was bored. I just do things because I'm bored sometimes. This is what happens. Okay, potion of water breathing, potion of invisibility. Let's go. He's like bored in real life. The Pacific Ocean already has enough fish. Look, it's fine. Don't worry about it. That scares me every time. Okay, they shouldn't see me. That this is terrifying, and I hate doing this. Okay. Or do, let's see what Shire's. You'll see what I do next. I have some plans of things to do in this world, and it'll just happen whenever I decide to get bored. Decide to get bored? That's not the correct wording. Please, sponge? Sponge. No. Sponge? Anything. Literally any sponge. I just need sponge. I'm really hoping for a sponge room here. But I'm... Is it bored or chaotic? That's about accurate. Ow. But I think I'm bored and chaotic. Put your thorns away. Oh, my bow. Hold on, a little closer. I need you to put your thorns back out, thank you. Come on, die. Oh my god, die, dude. I need this dude to die. Thank you. I need that sponge. Yoink! Now we have 4 bits of sponge. Not quite what I'm after. Not quite as much as I'm after, but that's an amount. It's an amount. Okay, there's another 2. Did it just give birth? No, no. There was another little one around as I was murdering. So it was just there. Yes, the miracle of life. Ah, yes, this is how it works, right? Ah, here it is. I have another 5 minutes. I'm just so tired. Oh. Perfect. That's another one dead. There is one more in here somewhere. Nearby, because I just heard it. Well, technically I didn't hear it. I think I heard it briefly as the music had a lull. But it was really the subtitle that told me where it was. Well, it was here. There is no sponge. I'm so unbelievably upset. Hello. Ow. Perfect. Okay, that's all the sponge from the Elder Guardians. My god, that means if I want to actually steal an Elder Guardian, which I do want to do, I want to steal an Elder Guardian at some point. Because I want Poseidon back for something. But I can't steal it from either of these two, so it's going to be a further away monument that I have to steal this from. Be a pain. But it means that the two closest monuments are empty now. However, there is no sponge, as far as I can tell. Which I'm so unbelievably upset about, because I need so much sponge. I need so much of it to be able to do this quick. At least. I also now need to find my way out within 3 minutes. Otherwise, I will die. Go on adventure. Are you trying to kill the elderly? Oh god, trying to find sponge. I guess we could. Or we could go back to doing stuff. Because I don't know if we've seen another monument. Also, the elderly, these guys deserved it. They were gonna murder me. They made me slow. Like, why? Oh, actually, I can dig out. That's not out. Ooh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Gold. I didn't grab this from the other monument that I'm currently draining. Oh, SpongeBob Gold. We love it. The logic on killing the elderly is... Look, it's fine. When have we ever needed logic here? When is logic being needed? I like how they don't attack me, but I'm a floating. Can we go on a trip? We could go on an event. Hold it. Okay. If we want to do that, we're gonna have to go back anyway, because I need to heal my elytra, and we need to get a few more potions to do that, because we can't go into a monument without them. So we'll have to head back first, but we can do that. We can go see if we can find at least one more monument. Because I think it shouldn't be that hard to find another monument. I say with confidence. I'm a flying suit of armor right now. That's literally all I am. For another minute, I'm a flying suit of armor. No face. Yes, adventure. We're gonna go on an adventure. We'll see if we can find more monuments, and we're gonna get ourselves some sponge, hopefully. I just need a sponge room. That's all I need. We might... Okay, whatever monument we find next, as long as it's semi-close, we're gonna keep one guardian alive. Actually, we're gonna keep all the guardians alive, because we're gonna suffer through it. This level's activating is incredible. I respect it. We love it. We love... we love it. We're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna hope for the best. Okay, here we go. We are home, so we're gonna leave the sand over here. Ow, rude. Okay. Let's go back to base. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Do I have enough for another shulker? I do. Oh, I have more. I had more shulkers of sand. I didn't even realize. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Wait, what was this over here? What was I doing over here? What is this? When did this happen? Oh, right. I built a bridge to... I don't remember doing this. Okay. We're gonna ignore that. Let's go get more wood. Actually, do we have wood in a chest somewhere? Or like a chest sitting down somewhere, so I can just steal that instead. We have 4 more pieces of wood there. We have wood there. Okay. Okay. Perfecto. I don't know why I was doing that, but I have that. Because we need potions of invisibility, potions of breathing. Breathing is pufferfish, right? Question is... Okay, we have plenty of glass here. Do we have a fishing rod? Also, I didn't show you guys. Look, I changed where I put my beacon. Because if you don't remember, it was just a massive just on top of the ground with the emeralds. So thank you for looking. We changed where it is, so it's gonna sit here now. This is gonna be its permanent location, and it's been working pretty well for me. I'm gonna make a proper path as well, but it's all good for the time being. Okay, we're gonna have to actually go fishing. The unfortunate thing is we're gonna to be able to go on an adventure, we're actually gonna have to go fishing first. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Alright, I remember. I called it fish. Fish. Because we need quite a lot. I should make like a dock. But you know, we might not be able to go on an adventure this stream because it might take too long to get all the stuff we need to do this. If we can get everything together, then we can go on a long adventure to get as much of it as possible. I don't know if there's an easier way to get a bunch of pufferfish other than fishing for it, but that's what we're gonna do. I should create a list of like some of the things in hardcore that are like scary to do that I should do, because I know I haven't done a mansion. I should do a mansion. I've done a raid with golems to help me, so I've beaten that fear. Perfect. That's 1. I don't know how many I should go for, but I'm gonna go for a few just to make sure I have enough. Auntie, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you up to? Hello, hello. We're fishing right now to get pufferfish for water breathing. So we're trying to get a load of sponge right now. Good, very funny, evil lore. We love it. We love it. We love evil lore. It's the best kind of lore. It's good to hear that it was fun though. It's always good to hear. What else should I do? I guess just going achievement hunting would be a good idea to do at some point. Just going through all the advancements. That might be a good idea to do. Beyond just doing builds, I think. Oh, I wasn't clicking. Because I kind of want to do things that will challenge me a little bit in this world and that risk me dying or risk me at least using a totem. But not risk me too much that I actually die because I will be so upset. I have survived quite a long time on this world. For me at least, this is my longest running hardcore world right now. Not the longest I've ever played on a... I did not need another saddle. Like, not the longest I've ever played Minecraft on a world. It's currently been 3 days. Because that's on the dwelling SMP. I've played like 30 days. Thank you for the lurk, Jess. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I've played like 30 days, like a whole month basically on the dwelling so far. So, that's an insane amount. But because I kind of want to get to that sort of point on this world. I just need to be able to entertain myself for that long. Which is why we're doing big projects like draining a monument. Something to keep my attention for long periods of time. Oh, did we ever... I don't think we ever set up the Blaze Farm. That might be something to do. Because we need to set up a Blaze Farm because we don't have a load of rods. I don't even know if our thing is in a good position for that. Did we set up a Blaze Farm? I don't think we did in the end. That needs to be something we do. I need to do a Blaze Farm, Creeper Farm, because I don't think I did a Blaze Farm. I need to do a Creeper Farm. But that's fine. I don't even remember if I remember where my Nether Fortress is, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because I kind of lost it. Then I found it to get the Wither Skeleton Skulls, but I don't know if it's the same one I was trying to find before. So I don't know where I'm at on that. Actually, I should probably put... There we go. Pufferfish there so I can see how many pufferfish I have. So I think I want a few because I need... If I'm going to go on an adventure for this, I need quite a few water breathing to make sure it will last for all of what I want to do. So we don't have to come back constantly, you know? Oh. I think I'll have to talk to Cave at some point to see as if they'd be willing to do a manhunt, or see if we can figure out how we want to go about doing that, because I think that would either be a fun thing to stream or a fun thing to record. So I want to start doing more YouTube. Oh, wasn't I gonna turn something into a video, like a stream? Oh yeah, I was meant to be turning the security breach stream into a video. I never did that. I'm still trying to figure out how to edit that. Because it's quite a long VOD. I just need to figure out what was the entertaining parts about it, what's the most interesting, and then go from there. So I know there was quite a few moments that was entertaining. Because I was absolutely losing it. I made a few clips out of it. I gotta take some of those and turn it. It's hard to actually get back into it. It is. I was doing so well, like at the start of the year, just like I was getting a video out every like week. I was doing so well, and then I lost it. So I gotta actually edit that video. I have currently then what, 2 videos I gotta edit. Let's go hit me. That is fair. That's fair. I have 2 videos I gotta edit. I gotta sit down and do it. And the problem is at this point, the reason I haven't done it the last couple of days at least is because I keep drawing. Oh, could you have 9? Jesus. Yeah, I think both of the videos I have to edit are like 6, at least a few hours long. Cause I know it took me like pretty much 5 hours. It was like 5 hours or something. 5 hours for the FNAF stream. That's like 5 hours long. I'm probably a YouTuber after all. Yeah. I'm primarily a Twitch streamer simply because of the fact that I struggle with editing. Consistently at least. And then yeah, the one I filmed yesterday was like pretty much 7 hours long, and that was my siblings. Though I know like a fair amount of that can be cut because it wasn't that entertaining. It was a lot of just kind of grinding at that towards the end to get to get to the end of it, but because we wanted to beat it, so there wasn't many interesting parts after a certain bit, so it could be. So we give everyone free editing. I'm down. So it's all good. I gotta do it because I want to get good at editing and stuff. It's just focusing. It's just the focusing that I find hard. It's all I can, once I get into it, it's fine. I just gotta be able to focus on it for more than 5 seconds. Cause I started editing the FNAF one. What book is that? Oh my god, hello? What is all of this? There's so much on that. I don't really need it, but I'll take it. So we actually sit down and be like, alright, time to sit here for like 3 hours. Honestly. Because I keep, when I was editing the FNAF one, because I haven't finished it, but I started figuring out, I've been sitting there and I was like, okay, time to edit. And then I was like, actually, I'm gonna go watch a video instead. And that's what I did. Like, I started like writing like my kind of like opening section and kind of like figuring out like how I want it to kind of move. Writing out kind of like the script and how it's gonna run. And then I was like, wait, no, I'm gonna do something else instead. Oh, wait, no, where is that? Did I get that name tag? I want that. Kind of. Do I want that? Yeah, I want it. I care more about a name tag than I do about fish. Though it's not like that's like a good item for me. I can get like a million name tags if I want. I have the emeralds for it. I have so much. I would say I would edit after stream, but I know for a fact I'm just gonna get like ice cream and then just watch a video after stream. Cause I know that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can try and figure out the basic. I'm back working on the fishing go. It's going well. We've gotten a cup. We got a cool book that has quite a lot on it. We have still only have one. See, ice cream is so good. Yeah, it is nice. I do it fairly often after stream because I love ice cream. And watching stuff and just chilling after stream. I tend to get some sort of snack after stream at the very least. Because we have Neapolitan right now. And I love Neapolitan. Because I like strawberry. But it gives me all of them, so it's lovely. I might try and figure out the rest of like the kind of like script kind of for the FNAF video, because I kind of have a general gist of how I want the video to go. But I can kind of write and watch a video. I can write and watch a video, maybe. Maybe. Oh, technically I have 3 videos. I have one that I need to make. Because that one's a lore video, like a lore explanation for my character. I kind of need to make that before I move on with my lore. Scribbling is fun, sometimes depends on the video it's for. Yeah, it's for my most chaotic video. Do you know the Pretzel Oreo pie chip combo? It's pretty tasty. I might have a one near me. I don't know though. I think I've seen one around. I might have to try that. I may have to try that. But yeah, no, I have a lore video I need to actually record and script out. But yeah, no, I need to script my. It's a really chaotic VOD of mine because I was absolutely losing my mind throughout it. Because it got to the point where it was like 5, pretty much 6 o'clock in the morning by the time I ended stream. And so I was just losing my mind because I was really just trying to get to the end of the game because I was speedrunning. So I was just trying to get to the end. And I was just losing it because the game was so much longer than I remember it being to get to the first ending. Because Security Breach is so much longer than you think it is sometimes. Because I hadn't played it for a while. And then I was like, oh wait, it takes so long to get to the end here. So, I was just losing it. I was so like ready to be done with the game at that point. But like, it's entertaining to look at now. So I need to figure out how to turn that into a good video. So I think the last time I made a video with a script was like 3 months ago. Sounds rough. It was. I started that stream way too late at night for what I was doing. Because I forgot that the game was going to be like long and it was going to take me hours to get through. Because I'm so used to doing like Minecraft speedruns where it takes like if I have a poor run, it takes like an hour to go through a whole run, but most of the time like I start over a bunch of times and so I don't get very far. So I can kind of like stop a run whenever and start over because it doesn't tend to take super long. But like Security Breach, my god, if you start that, you just go. You just go. I got better at the game though. I used a lot of the more mechanics than I did the first time I went through. The first few times I went through. I used a few more of the mechanics, so that was great. But I tend to script most of my videos in a sense, kind of knowing where it's gonna go the whole time. Otherwise, knowing where it's roughly gonna go and basic stuff. But I'm gonna have to heavily script this one because it's such a long VOD. Turning it into something is hard. Because I didn't want to do it. How people do this as long as I physically could. I keep trying to do an all advancement speed run, so getting all of the advancements in Minecraft. So all of these. Right? In one speed run. And the thing is with it, some of those are ridiculously hard to get. And I think the longest speed run someone's done for an all advancement speed run was like 40 like hours. Basically like almost 2 days. And the thing is, you don't have to do it all in one sitting for these ones because of the fact that it's so long. But like, I can't imagine spending that long speedrunning one world. The fastest I think is an actual speedrunner. 40 hours. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Actually, I could look. I don't remember what's the fastest for it. Speedrun.com. Where is speedrun? There we go. Because I know my fastest speedrun of Minecraft is like, it's 52 minutes. But I had a lot of issues. Okay. All advancements. Yeah, 30. Okay, this one's 34 hours. 1.18. This one person is 50 hours with 1.18. The fastest is basically 3 hours. I genuinely don't understand how Feinberg did that. Feinberg is like a very like well-known speedrunner. But I just can't understand how you can beat the entire game in 3 hours. Like, that is an insane amount of luck because the game takes me, like, beating the Ender Dragon takes me like an hour most of the time. So I'm like blown away by that. There's still no one who speedran 1.19 in for all advancements. So it's so tempting to do it because no one's done it. So therefore I would be number one. But I just know that's so many hours. I mean, what if I try to do that for my 2-year anniversary? It's such a free bag. It's gonna take so long, but I gotta do it. I've been trying to. It's just like effort of sitting down and going, okay, I gotta do this because some of those take a long time to get. I don't need a clownfish. But I gotta do it because no one's done it yet. So it means I would be number one until someone else does it. And a lot of the new categories, it's really hard to get people to speedrun in them because some of the achievements, right? Some of the achievements in new versions are ridiculous. The one I've done on this world, that's a new one, is... Where is it? It would be in Adventure... Caves and Cliffs. Free fall from the top of the world, build limit, to the bottom of the world and survive. Technically, if we're going to be technical with this, I didn't survive. I used a totem, so it brought me back to life. I failed the MLG. But there's, I haven't found a warden. That is something I have to do. I've got to find an ancient city in this world. I'm going to die for it. You gotta find every biome. Kill 2 phantoms with a piercing arrow. You gotta get a trident. Have every potion effect applied at the same time, which is hard already, but then you've gotta do... Yeah, instantly resurrecting. Technically I died, but I was brought back immediately. Because I didn't die, because otherwise I wouldn't be on this world anymore. I can't die on this world. If I do, that's it. Game over. It's the fun part about this world. But no, I just built like a tower up to the build limit and then just dug down to the bottom. So I think that there is like an area. It's right by my like to-do list where I just dug. So we're complaining when Jesus did it. Yeah, the game didn't complain about it either. I came back and it's all good. Was I still fishing when I was asleep? That's very funny. I thought it would have stopped when I clicked into the bed, but I didn't. So I'm good for that. Oh, I'm trying to find an ancient city. Oh god, I gotta find an ancient city for 1.19. I guess I could check see if there's any other, like, new... What's new? If there's any other secret achievements, because there's 2... Ah, yes, another pufferfish. There's 2 secret achievements as far as I'm aware. There's only 2. There might be more since 1.19. So I gotta check that before I do that sort of speed run. But we're gonna we have to do that. I think that might be what I do for my 2-year anniversary, because it's been like a year of me trying to do that sort of speed run. May as well actually try and do it, because I think I've tried twice, like genuinely tried twice. First time when I killed the Ender Dragon, it didn't give me the advancement, and the second time I did not find a fortress. I just couldn't find one, so I gave up. It had been hours I had not found one. I was just struggling. The best way to do that sort of thing, though, might be sitting in like a VC and having friends be able to pop in every now and again and just chat to me while I do that, because I think I'd go insane trying to sit alone for that many hours trying to... I'd be streaming, but like it'll be a pain, because a recording would be such a massive file. All about you can never do that. Once I have a dedication to something, I just kind of do it. I can focus on things for a long time once I have that fixation on it. I can just go. I recommend random people make everything better. Yeah. Because I go insane doing things alone. I've done some pretty insane things though alone. I still want to finish like a project I've been doing on the dwelling, but I can't until me and Cave update the server because it's gonna lower the limit and it's gonna just make my life hell as I try and do this because I want to finish. I want to finish it because I have a whole thing I want to do with it. Though to be fair, people think it's. I was making a new slideshow for Ghosty Stream and put myself in a VC just so I could have someone to talk to while suffering. Honestly, that's fair enough. Because, yeah, I think I would genuinely go insane trying to do that alone, because, my god. It'd probably be a 2-part stream, honestly, considering the fact I just don't think I could do it all in one sitting. There's very little way I could do that in one sitting. Probably 2 sittings, but I'll try. I'm gonna have to edit my document, because I made a document for the first time I did it, but I gotta add all the new achievements for 1.19 into it. Probably a lot safer that way, you know. Yeah, probably. Don't lose my mind. Yeah, I'll probably lose it anyway. Honestly, there's certain sections of Minecraft that I just lose my mind on. Oh, because the unfortunate thing is I will have to be in hard mode. Like, I can't, unlike my normal speedruns, which I do in easy mode, I have to do it in hard mode because it makes all advancements easier if you do it in hard mode. Because you need to do a raid and get, like, totems and stuff, and it's easiest to get totems through raids, and you can only get it in hard mode. And then a lot more things spawn, but everything hurts so much more. I feel like I should have a counter for that stream to count how many times I die, because I guarantee you I'm going to die so much trying to do this. Because I bet as soon as I go in a fortress and there's wither skeletons, they're gonna murder me. I've lost a hardcore world to wither skeletons because they hit so much harder. Yeah, honestly. The nether is what's gonna kill me the most because most of the things in there do so much damage. Like a piglin brute can kill you in basically one hit because they have an axe. I love seeing the death counts on challenge runs. It's always wild. It's going to be insane. Like, I'm fairly good at surviving in Minecraft, but put me in, like, hard mode, I'm going to nearly die or die constantly. Because I've nearly died of... One hit? No, man, that sucks. Yeah, because piglin brutes have axes, and axes do a lot more damage than the sword does. And when you're in hard mode, they do even more damage. So basically, it takes you down to half a heart. And they can attack you, like, generally you're surrounded by more than one thing. So, you tend to go down super quickly. Because I lost a different hardcore world to a piglin brute because I fell and then immediately got hit by a piglin behind. Wow. Rotten flesh, really? That's what you're going to give me? Not a puffer fish? Not a puffer fish? Not a sweet puffer fish? I would love a puffer fish. Someone do Pokemon without getting hit. The run failures on that one brutal. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine. I had like considered doing like basically a no-hit Minecraft speed run. But every single time I consider it, I just completely decide not to. Because it's like it's a half a heart hardcore run, basically. And I'm just like, oof, I don't want to. I take so much damage in Minecraft. Because I nearly died while building that roof. I haven't even finished that roof, but I've nearly died building that roof. Because I fell from the top down to the bottom. And landed on half a heart. Though I blame that one on the fact that I was currently drinking. I shouldn't have been on my hardcore world, to be fair, because I was drinking. But I nearly died. I wasn't even holding a totem. Like, I would have just died by building a roof. That wouldn't have been the most epic way to go. It'd be my saddest way of going in a hardcore world. Because every single time I died in a hardcore world so far, it's been to a mob at least. I think the lamest one was a skeleton. Let's kill me. All the ways to die, that would have been brutal. That would have been so upsetting. Because I think at that point it had been 10 hours I had been on that world. On this world, I've been on it for like 10 hours at that point. I've been on it for 3 days now. And now I have totems, so I don't have to worry as much about myself. I'm still going to be careful. I want to find a fortress, an ancient city, because it has one of the worst entities in it. And I am going to be as careful as you can be. But I want to go down there and see it. Because, my god. Did Mega Man 3 without getting hit? 360 failed runs. Oh my god. I can't imagine doing no hit runs. That's insane. I think the reason why I can't imagine doing it is because I suck so badly at not getting hurt. On anything I ever do. Oh, wait. I want to see. I have a pretty good bow, but what's... I'm embarrassing. Okay. No, I suck. I suck poorly at that stuff. They can't get enough in my brain. Just, yeah, you know, it happens sometimes. Your brain just goes bloop and goes off. It'd be like that. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh, I do have something from the other stream that I gotta clip. I keep forgetting to clip things after stream. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so if I want to do all advancements, that'll be on the 21st, so I guess I gotta mentally prepare myself for that. Yes, I'm very rushed. Yeah, it will be, but it'll be fine. I'm going to literally have to prepare a whole, like, Google Doc on all the advancements to make sure I get them all. So I don't have to keep searching for it and stuff. Because some of them are fun. Like, eating everything that you can eat in Minecraft. Taming every cat breed. There's a lot of that just, like, kind of like the grinding stuff. But then there's some ones that you have to do, like, specific setups for. It's one of them. Eating everything is one of them. I have to eat. What have I currently done actually on that one? Yeah, balanced diet. Eat everything that is edible, even if it's not good for you. There are 40 things that you can eat in Minecraft. Not all of them are good for you. Like, you can eat rotten flesh. You can eat a spider's eye. You can eat pufferfish. Pufferfish poison you. You know, like, really badly poison you. You can eat, and then there's enchanted golden apples, which you eat, which are part of the list, and they are so fucking rare. Like, that's the only one I have. I lose 2 of those things were bad. Yeah, pufferfish, you know, spider's eye, rotten flesh. What else is bad for you that you can eat in Minecraft? I know you can eat raw of everything. Raw chicken. That hurts you. Oh yeah, I forgot tadpoles are in this version. I can get a frog! I forgot about frogs! I can get a frog! I forgot. That's how Poe's now got my brain. Have you heard about the ancient cities and the warden? Because that's an insane thing that has been added to Minecraft. You know, the blind entity that can only hear you, that basically will kill you instantly, even if you're wearing full netherite. It does like half your health. But not for a good reason. Yeah, the warden is terrifying. I was, oh yes, another pufferfish. It's terrifying. I was playing on it with, like, trying to look through, one with, a friend on an Origin server. And we have voice chat, like proximity chat on it. So we were just whispering back and forth because it's like that nerve-wracking. Warden is nightmare fuel. Fighting is a death sentence. Honestly, you don't want to fight it. The last smash. Oh yeah, I was there. I remember. Yeah, you know, I can understand. That thing is terrifying. Never forgetting the warden now. Yeah, it's terrifying to exist in the same space as. Because it can smell you. Like, that's a new mechanic that they added to the game specifically for the warden. Is that it can smell you if you're within its, like, distance from it. It's horrible. I'm still down. I'm still completely. As soon as the dwelling SMP gets updated, we're getting a pet warden. We're absolutely gonna try go for it. Yeah, it can. Like you hear its heartbeat. There's a darkness effect, so it makes everything dark around you. If you're within 6 blocks of it, it can smell you and will attack you. You can't make noise when you're in the ancient city because it sets off the shriekers, which summon the warden. Wait a minute, this is a horror game. It's awful. It's even worse if you try and go into it with cave. If you try and go into an ancient city with cave, they are going to make noise constantly. And they're going to spawn the warden constantly and then just leave the game. And then I had to stay in the game because it won't despawn if we both leave. It has to it will only despawn if both of us are in the game. I'm pretty sure. Because it has to be loaded. So I had to just, like, they would summon the warden and I had to run. I had to run for my... I accidentally spawned another warden on my runaway one. So I had to sit there for 60 seconds in complete silence waiting for 2 wardens to disappear. Yeah, they're a different breed. They were all about just getting the loot by just setting off the shriekers constantly and just going for it. They were like, yeah, oh, there's 2 shriekers right next to each other, but there's a loot chest there. I'm going to break this shrieker. I'm going to break them both, bring the warden here, and we could go for it. And I was like, okay. Because we could wait 10 minutes for our, like, thing to go down. So it was really a horror game with the creepy random sound effects. Honestly, the cave noises. I hate cave noises because they specifically, like, give me a really... My memory for cave noises come from, when I first, really early on, I played a Herobrine mod. And one of my memories of it was that I heard a cave noise, turned around, and Herobrine was behind me. Because I don't know if that was a noise that summoned him in that area, or said it was nearby, or whether it just happened to be a thing. But that just constantly has made my memory of whenever I hear cave noise, it's Herobrine. Even though I know he's not a thing. It's just, that's my core memory. It's a core memory. Because I played it quite, I played it when the first time it came out, that mod. But you know, I need to find an ancient city on. Stop squishing me. Do you need to talk about Jesus? I'm great. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find an ancient. Maybe on our trip to find more things, we'll find an ancient city, and nearly lose my hardcore world that way. We love doing things that's stupid in hardcore worlds. We love it. I used to have a Herobrine series on my channel before I took like all my old videos down. And they're having fun, I suppose. Yeah, because I took all my old videos down. Oh, wait. Is that like sunglasses, but they're just slightly off my eye? I love that. My channel for the most part when I started posting again. Yeah, the issue is because I had started posting like basically 10 years ago, right? It was when I started posting on YouTube. It was when I was very, very young. So when I was back to like 12, like 11, 12 years old with my siblings being like even younger. Yes. I had to remove a bunch of it to like make sure there was nothing that was like doxing in any way. So it's all kind of just gone. But I have it's also really funny just looking at those videos because I have like a load of them in like a different area, but because me and my siblings sounded fucking identical basically. When we were young, we sounded basically identical. Me and my brother specifically sounded identical. My sister's always had this weird twang in her voice that sounds a bit different. So she sounds a little bit different, but we had things. But yeah, no, I removed so many videos. That's a lily pad. My channel is so fucking old at this point. It's so old. But I had a Herobrine series I did on it. Quite a few Herobrine related things I actually did. Because I did Herobrine's Mansion. And then I did like a series with my brother where we were playing with the mod. And then I've played a lot of horror games on there. I just remember how much of a pussy I was with horror games. I still am a pussy with horror games, but a lot less than I was. I've gone to the point where I just don't jump at a lot of these things. Because like I realize how much I'm completely insensitive insensitive and I desensitized to like a lot of the jump scares like for FNAF when I was because Cave is really bad when it comes to doing better than me at least. Cave is really bad when it comes to like they didn't have never like played FNAF, they never watched it. They didn't watch it until I got them to watch it when they came over. I got them to watch like a couple of the episodes of Mark playing it. And they just jumped. Even when I was like, hey, there's probably gonna be a jump scare soon, and they jumped like massively and screamed. I was like, I told you it was gonna happen. It's the same jump scare every time. But I've gone to the point where it doesn't even faze me because I've played all the games and watched it a bunch, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's the thing. And then like Bendy and Link Machine used to scare me, but now I can speedrun it, and I got to the point where I just ran into Bendy, like running the whole time and not scared at all. I just kind of gotten to that point of horror games. I used to be so scared. I never finished Amnesia. Like, I got Amnesia. I never finished it because I got so scared. I might have to finish that at some point. It's a really old game, but I never finished it. I might have to. Because I have both the games. Yeah, Brave as Soul and I don't know. I think it's just because I keep watching horror games, and since I was very little, I've been watching like horror games and playing horror games and doing that stuff. So I just kind of gotten to the point where, yeah, it's whatever. The only thing I can't do is play Phasmophobia alone. I just can't do it for the life of me. It's just something that has never worked. I've tried, couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I've done Phasmophobia in VR, but with friends. Because Phasmophobia with friends, absolutely infinitely easier for me than doing it alone. Like, I can run in and be massively brave. The only horror game I like is Little Nightmares. It's not even that. Yeah, Little Nightmares isn't scary, really. It has some horror elements, but it's not like a scary game necessarily. But I love Little Nightmares. It was such a good game. It was such a good game. Yeah, it's just like fun puzzles. Yeah, it's fun puzzles basically with just a little horror element to it. It's like a horror undertone most of the time. Yeah, it's fun puzzles and an occasional drop of cannibalism. You know, it's how we like our games, with a drop of cannibalism. Just a drop. Just like a spoonful. And then in my humble opinion, Security Breach isn't scary. Like, in the slightest. There's very few moments in that game that's actually genuinely kind of spooky. Most of it's very, like, noticeable when things are going to be scary or when, like, something's going to happen. Whereas in, like, a lot of the other FNAF games, it's kind of a little bit more random when things are going to happen. But FNAF 1, you can basically do a pattern for the entire time, and you can get through all the nights with ease, basically. SCP Containment is one of my favorite horror games. Pretty sure we're doing Makeup, but it got cancelled. I think I played SCP Containment Breach like a couple of times, but I've never gone that far in it. Never mind, even before FNAF, the memories that Chuck E. Cheese was such I ain't touching those games. That's fair. That's fair enough. I love FNAF so much. I refuse to go to Chuck E. Cheese in the slightest. I refuse to go there. I hate animatronics. They're terrifying. They're creepy as all hell. But I love FNAF. It is so good. I'm a fan of FNAF. It's my favorite thing. I have played a ridiculous amount of that game. All of them. Because I have all of the game. You love animatronics? I hate them. They sit in the uncanny valley most of the time. They're like the in Security Breach, the animatronics aren't scary. They look really cool, but animatronics IRL tend to look kind of wrong a lot of the time. And a little creepy. Like, in concept they're fairly cool, but I think they're kind of creepy looking. I think it's the element of something that kind of looks real and then just... I'm trying so uncanny. In a pretty cool way, that makes sense. Honestly, that's fair. I'm going to continue staying away from animatronics and actually finish what I was editing. I mean, that's always good. I'm also happily staying away from animatronics, except from FNAF. Oh, I did that Saturday. That is fair. But I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna speedrun Security Breach again. But I think we're gonna do it with, like, chat being able to control things. Which means it wouldn't be a valid, I don't think I can make that a valid speedrun. So no matter how well I do on it, I don't think that can be considered a valid speedrun because I have outside control. So, it's fine. You're giving to make Freddy's a real restaurant. The thing is I feel like I would I'm hit or miss with whether or not I would actually go. It's the thing. I feel like I would go in the end because I love the Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I know it would definitely not be legal, but it would be fun to do any sort of speed run. But have chat be able to control me in a way. Then you can decide things with channel points because I think that'd be fun. I've seen a few people do like speed runs and like or just like events and have things where their chat can control what's going on. I know Minecraft you can make things spawn. Hello, Siegeable, how you doing? A FNAF museum or something styled like a restaurant would be sick. Honestly, I think anything like styled FNAF, like made in real life would be, I feel like it would just be so cool. Like I'm so down for that sort of stuff. Because FNAF is like a very popular franchise. It would do, like I feel like that sort of thing would do very well. I never finished Sans is Fine. Far Undertale. I never finished it. Now I got class tomorrow, so I'm gonna get ready. Nice talking to you. Yes, nice talking to you too. Have a good night. Doing well. It's good to hear you're doing well. I'm doing very well. We're trying to get a bunch of pufferfish so I can make water breathing potions. But I'm doing very well. We're just kind of just chatting. We're chatting and chilling. I guess we have to do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll tomorrow, asking whether you guys would want FNAF or like Security Breach or Minecraft, like a Minecraft speedrun, or MCCI for the controlling the game. What you would find more interesting, because I don't know, I think all of them could be pretty interesting. Doing any sort of speedrun when chat can mess it up constantly is going to be fun. Because I know with, at the very least with Minecraft, you can make it spawn things. So. Bless you, me. I meant to say excuse me. Not bless you, me. I'm doing great, don't worry about it. I don't know how many pufferfish I should go for, but I also don't know how long I'm gonna be underwater doing this. Because I don't know how many monuments I'm gonna try and go to once I'm ready. Okay. Okay, I think if we're going to do any sort of controlling video, that's probably that for a stream that's gonna have to be turned into a video. So I guess after stream I have to like at least write out a script or figure out the movement for a video, because I have another like 3 videos that I have on like the back burner that needs to be finished. So if I can finish at least one of them, or at least get that mostly done, then that would be good for trying, you know, for a stream, another video. Adding another video to the pile. You know what's a funny thing? So there was a 100-player event the other day, like a little bit ago, but I was gonna be a part of it. Like I was like, oh, I'm interested. I want to be a part of this. Like I was quite excited to go be a part of it, but do you know what happened? I fell asleep, and I stayed asleep throughout pretty much the entirety of the joining period for the event, And then I got on call with Cave because I was like, okay, already said yes to playing with Cave. And then I remembered about the event, so I was like, well, fuck. I gotta do this now. I messed up there. So I didn't get to be part of the event, which I'm kind of sad about because I thought that was gonna be really fun to be a part of. But it's whatever. I'll try to be away for whatever next sort of event or thing that happens. Because, you know. I do need to be part of another Minecraft event at some point because the Bed Wars events that I was a part of, they both are not running anymore. Right? So I wanna like either make one or join another one at some point because I do follow. I do follow a couple events, but they don't have applications open, so tempted to add to the totem. I don't know if it works outside when I don't have the game running. I don't think it does. It'd be funny if it did, though. That'd be really funny if it did. There's no way it does. Ooh. Hey, I fished while I was asleep. I'm best. Oh, I made mud. I just realized what I did. I water bottled it and I made mud. I just figured out what I did there. But that's fine. I don't know why my brain thought it was like soul sand or something. Like that was the more like obvious answer to what happened there. But it's fine. Yeah, no, I really wanna be part of more events. I know at the very least, when Nat finishes their event, I'm gonna be part of that. So, you know, there's that at least. That sort of like knowing that. So I have that to be excited for. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I really wonder what like how it's gonna be and how it's gonna work. Um, but like I'm excited for that one. That's gonna be fun. Because I know they were gonna start working on it when they got back, so they are gonna probably be working on it now. Probably. Either way. I'm excited for that. That's at least something that I can be looking forward to being a part of. Um then there's obviously and so I want to find like an event in the meantime to be a part of. Which is kind of why I wanted to be part of the 100 player event, but I I slept through it because I forgot the day it was. I didn't set an alarm to get up because I normally set alarms for like events because normally they're at reasonable times, you know. They don't tend to be at like late at night, right? They tend to be at a reasonable time. So it's normally I normally have to set an alarm to make sure I'm up for it. But I completely forgot about it. I think it's because I was focused on like other things at the time. And so it kind of got overlooked. But yeah, no, I want to be in more events. They're always fun. It's a good way to meet people. It's kind of one of the reasons I'm upset that MCL shut down and they're no longer running any more of the Bed Wars tournaments with that one. Because like I got to meet new people, more friends. It's always a fun thing about events because I always meet new people, got to talk to new people. Because I've noticed while 100-player events are fine and all, and those big events are fine, I tend to do better if I'm put in a team. Because it kind of puts me in a situation where I'm meant to be joining VC, and they know I'm going to be joining VC, and I'm stuck with these people for a few hours, so I kind of just get into talking with them, and it's fine. But always with these big events, I get too scared to join a big VC. Though technically I could have with the UHC for the charity a while back. Because I was asked to join one of the big VCs, but I was with Cave, who's PG, you know, and I was like, well, we can't really join that VC, even though we're fully able to. We couldn't because I knew most people in that VC were like mature streamers, so they couldn't like just not swear. So I was like, oh, well. If Cave wasn't streaming, then we could have joined that VC, but I think I kind of preferred the calmness of just a few people. Well, not necessarily the calmness, but the it's less chaotic when you have like a massive amount of people in one VC. Just like 5 people in one VC is fine. Any more starts to get too much. You know, a Valorant lobby. A Valorant squad is about as much as you can have in a VC, I think, without it starting to get too much and overwhelming. Though I haven't been in VC, I have been in VCs that have a lot more people and been fine. It's just sometimes they can be too much. It really depends on the moment, I guess. A very big VC for a Minecraft wedding once. Oh. I bet it was chaotic. I can imagine. I can imagine. I remember for one big event, it was modded too. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I remember for one big event, it was the Cloud Cruise. Being on that ship and doing that, there was one moment where we were all on a stage. We were in the stage, right, listening to some of the performers that were coming on, the singers, and I remember all of us joining being able to talk, like join a different VC to be able to cheer, and my god, it lagged. Like Discord lagged because there was too many people in one VC. It was so loud. There was like no audible of what was happening. No one was audible. And it lagged out. It was really hard to leave the VC once you entered it. It's insane. Kind of funny how it happens though, honestly. Once I got back to the stage, it was just kind of laughing. Because it's like, my god, that's so many people. Because there's like 100 people going, like, close to 100 people going into one VC. It's just kind of like, Discord's like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? Okay, I'm gonna try to get one more pufferfish. Because that should be more than enough to, like, make quite a few potions. Because I also need invisibility potions. But that's spider's eyes? Fermented spider's eyes? We're good, but we're not this good, honestly, though. So we can handle quite a lot, but not quite this much. Not quite this much. Okay. Well. Okay. Oh. Actually, I kind of don't want to sit around. Let's do this. Water breathing, invisibility. Give it that. I already have the best thing I could do there. Okay. Perfect. And off we run. Now we have golden carrots. I can get mushrooms to make sure I have mushrooms to do this. Okay. I'm going to be brewing potions. As many as I physically can. I don't know if I know where my blaze farm, not my farm, but my blaze spawner is. I don't think I ever made a farm. I don't remember making a farm. I don't remember making a farm. That's gonna sit there. Because I don't know. Okay, then we do that. Okay, those are full up. We have 8. Okay, that should be more than enough to get quite a few of this done. We should get a few of these done. Pop that there. The empty ambit more. I have my inventory. Okay. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay. Do I remember how we do this? So that turns into a potion of weakness. No, I fucked up. How did I immediately fuck up? I don't remember. How did you make... What was I making? What was I doing? Potion of water breathing, potion of invisibility. I've wanted to have been following for a year. Oh my god. Insane. I always find it very insane to realize how long I've been streaming sometimes. Because it doesn't feel that long. Okay. So that's an orca potion there. And then I should be able to do this, then ferment it. Then what? It's redstone that elongates it? So redstone or glowstone? No, it's glowstone. No, it's redstone. Gaming's going great. We're making potions. So we can find more monuments and stuff. We got a bunch of fish. Night vision. Then we ferment it? Okay. I'm remembering potion brewing off the top of my head right now. I don't often do that. And that should be invisibility. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Next 6 potions. Oh. Who needs Google when I have Shy? Honestly, who needs Google? I don't need Google. I know a fair amount of the potions. Nope. Invisibility. Look at me. Look at all my potions. I'm just building This is part of I know fire res. That's fair. I know how to make weakness. I know how to make water breathing, invisibility, night vision. I obviously know fire res. What else can I know? Oh, I guess I technically know how to make leaping. Oh, strength. Yeah, strength is it's just blaze powder. I remember making like literally loads of those. Since I brew randomizers to see what happens. Honestly, fair enough. You know, testing. There we go. Okay. Oh, potions of turtle. Yeah, turtle master. That one's an easy. It's not easy to like get the materials for, but it's easy enough to make. A good old turtle helmet. I don't even have turtles. I don't even. Do I even have turtle eggs? Now I think about it. I don't think I do. Ooh, I might actually have to go find turtles at some point as well. I don't know how many potions is a good amount. If I'm gonna be real. Would like, okay, would a full shulker be more than enough? At least two. Always a safe bet. Always a safe bet. I think a whole shulker would probably be enough. Because we don't need a huge amount. Because, like, one potion can get us through a whole monument if it's not, like, a load. And that would be assuming we find more than just a few. Bring a conjurer just to be extra. I could. Is the thing. I could absolutely do that. I have a Heartless Sea, so I have that at least. Do I have any Nautilus shells? I'm not very... actually, I'd have to go check outside as well. Hold on. I'm actually curious. Do I have Nautilus shells? Didn't end up craft. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna go check my other ones. Because I think I swear I have picked up a Nautilus shell at some point. Oh, I have another heart to see there. Yoink. Why does it have to be 8 Nautilus shells? Membrane. Totems. Pig step. Oh, we have to go find other side as well. I need the other. I want other side so bad. Because I don't think I have it yet, do I? I know I have pig step and 11. I don't agree as much with 11. 5. Yeah, no, I 5? Okay, 5 is the new one? Oh, right. I don't know if I've listened to that one. Okay. It's fun. Okay, hold on. We're gonna bonk bonk. Okay. There we go. Look at that. How did I... Okay, hold on. If I go... We'll just do this. We'll finish up the rest of these. And I'm following it. Oh my god. You know, fair enough. It always happens. You try to get off, you just go back. It's been a second actually since I've been back on Valorant. I've been playing a lot of Cult of the Lamb and Minecraft. I haven't really been back on Valorant for a little bit. It's a crippling addiction. Honestly. Yeah, I haven't been back on for a second. The only thing stopping from going and getting other side 5 and sweepstakes is having to go to ever finding a city. Honestly, that's fair. Other side you can get from strongholds, I believe. Like it's in the loot chests. And Call of the Lamb is so good. I was like, the only reason we're doing, part of the reason why we're doing this is because I was like, oh, we have to do something other than Call of the Lamb for a minute. Thought it was Bedrock. No, you can find it in stuff because it was available before ancient cities were a thing. You can also find it in regular dungeons. Another side. No, it is, I'm pretty sure it is in ancient cities. I'm pretty sure me and Kay found it in an ancient city. My little children, look at them all. At some point, we're going to have to go down the road of trying to get a blue axolotl. Today's not that day because I'm not quite at that level of insanity yet to be able to go do that. Yeah. The other side cannot be dropped by creepers. Yeah, it can be found in strongholds. And very rarely from normal dungeon chests. Yeah. Obviously, I think it has a higher percentage of being in a an ancient city. Also, if you didn't know, ancient cities are the place where you are most likely to find an enchanted golden apple. In fact, you can find 2 in one chest, and that is the only structure in which you can find 2 in one chest. It has like an 8% chance of showing up or something. I know percentages. Because the other just can't be found there. It's really funny. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, no, it's because me and Kay found two in one chest, 2 god apples in one chest. When looking through an ancient city on the Origin server, so we have 2. I wasn't familiar when they found 2 chests and one. Yeah, it's such a cool, like, it's really obviously there's like, it's because there's such a huge risk being there and looking in the chest, which is why it's a thing. Yeah, and the only thing someone uses is the deadliest mob in the game. It is fairly easy if if you have enough wool on you and you're careful enough, you can avoid spawning the warden. And he takes a little while to get out of the ground in the air in anyway. It takes him a while to get up. You have so much time to fucking run. I've learnt. By doing it with Cave, I've learnt that it's really easy to run from him and wait him out. Because he takes so long to get up and even notice you that you can just kind of just bolt as far as you can away. And then it's completely fine. And you just wait the 60 seconds and you're all good. But you know, it's whatever. I'm getting to that point of slowly trying to feel more and more confident with him. But I think until I can actually beat and go through an entire ancient city in hardcore, I don't think I'm going to feel super confident with them. I don't know how I'm going to find an ancient city in this world, because this world is unique for one reason. Like literally, even if you had the seed of this world, it would not look like the world I'm in. Because I made this world back in like 1.16. And then I updated it to 1. Was it 1.17 or 18 that changed it? I think I updated 1.18 and then to 1.19. But like the first, like for the 4,000 blocks to get to this point have the 1.16 generation and everything. And then actually the 1.17, anyway, it swaps to the new generation like just past where I am now. But then I updated, so now it has the lower floor where I am, so there's definitely no ancient city below me because I already loaded it in the previous version. And I've traveled a fair amount of distance. I don't know how much distance I've traveled since being in 1.19. So I'm gonna have to travel quite far away and then start looking for the ancient city. That's gonna be a stream, is me literally searching for the ancient city on stream. We're gonna do an adventure of literally searching for it. Yeah, I gotta find some new chunks with mountains. Luckily, I haven't explored a lot. I haven't explored a huge amount, but it's enough that it's gonna take me a little bit to get to a point where I can go look. But yeah, we gotta go find out some mountains and look underneath mountains, because that's apparently the way you do it. But you know, it's fine. We're gonna have it. We're gonna get it, because I think it's perfect. I traveled 70k blocks just to find a mangrove swamp on around. Oh yeah, I've also got to find a mangrove swamp. I forgot about that. That's also another thing I've got to go find. Because obviously I want to go get the trees. Because I like those trees. And I want to try and get a tadpole. So I can get a frog. Because that's going to be fun. Mangrove wood, honestly. The trees are also so cool. Like, they're such a cool, like, looking thing. So I'm like, I really want to do something with that on this world. I'm not sure what. Because I can't really grow them where I am. Because I live, obviously, in a mushroom biome. But I do plan on building some more things, more area. Don't forget the fly. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's such a poor thing. I'm so upset they got rid of them. I am looking forward for October, though, because it's the new mob vote. Because I'm pretty sure it's October 15th they're doing the new mob vote. Or at least it's Minecraft Live, at least. I think they're doing the new mob vote, right? Or is it October, I think? But either way, I'm looking forward to the new mob vote. I really want to know what mobs we're going to get. What mobs they're possibly going to be. The player vote. All I'm hoping is that we get something unique. Big fan of the month October. So am I. My birthday is October. There's also Halloween, but I haven't properly celebrated Halloween for a little bit. Hold on. Minecraft Live 2022. October, so love it. Okay, yes. Minecraft Live 2022 is back. I think, yeah, I think it is. Turn on the mob vote. Polls open on October 14th at noon EDT, which means you have a full 24 hours to cast your vote. Yeah, look, we are superior. October birthdays are superior. Clearly, clearly. You're biased, I admit. Yeah, maybe me too, but it's fine. We love it. Yeah, so I like the way they changed the votes for it. For the mob vote. I like how they changed it. Making it something that you only really vote in as like a Minecraft player, rather than something that anyone can kind of vote in, like on Twitter. Um, and that no one sees any of the results, so we don't know who's winning until the announcement on the stream. So I'm not kind of like watching it going, yeah, I already know who won. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm excited. I'm just hoping for something that isn't like basically a reskin of a mob we already have. Because that's basically what we've gotten. Um, for the last two ones we've gone. I just gotta get some LAs. Yeah, I guess I gotta get the LAs. I don't really want to. I don't like them. I'm really upset they won. I'm really upset they won. I didn't want them to win. It was anything but them was my thing. Um, yeah, I'll go get them. But oh, I haven't seen a mansion yet, I don't think. So maybe the first mansion I go to might have LAs. Because they're in mansions, right? Um, hold on. I'm pretty sure they spawn like trapped in mansions. I don't know. They might be in outposts as well. I don't know, but I need to go to a mansion anyway. Hold on, let me search that up. They might be only in LA Minecraft. They might only be in outposts, but spawn, yeah, spawn, pillager outpost, woodland mansion. So apparently they're in both. I thought it was, yeah, anything to do with pillagers. I think they're there. So, because they're kind of like out of there. But yeah, I know I voted for the glare. And then I voted for the copper golem. So, but you know, we've got kind of like a different Vex, and then we have do we have a cartographer? We don't. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a cartographer. How do you make a cartography table? Should have been the copper golem, would have been useful redstone. Honestly, I think I just thought they were cute, honestly. Like how do you make a cartography table? I just thought it was like a little like mossy little thing. It's so cute. I liked it. I had no use for it, even in the slightest. But I just thought it was cute. Okay, 2 bits of paper. They're pretty cool though. Poor LAs. They got brought into the game only to be put immediately into farms. Oh yeah, we still need to get a pet Vex at some point. We can make a pet Vex and a pet LA, and they can have a little area together. Because if you name a Vex and put it in a boat, it won't go away. um, so it'd be great. I'm gonna just put him here. Do you need to name it? Yes, you do need to. Because no, I learned it wasn't enough because it will start to despawn in the boat. Because I got one stuck in a boat here, on this world, and it despawned. Like it started getting hurt and just kind of despawning because it only stays around for a little bit before disappearing. So it needs a name tag to stay. Yeah, it's. I thought it would have stayed if there was just a boat as well, so I didn't. I didn't keep it in the end. But I have a Vex at my raid farm on the dwelling, just sitting there. Just kind of hangs out there. They're so unique though. They're a bit different. Honestly, they are a very unique mob. I just hate them. I lost a hardcore world to them, so I'm always gonna be a little bit upset by them. I didn't even mean to start a raid on that world. Like I was just existing. Do I have any trapdoors left? No, I don't. Okay. They're an interesting mob. It's one of the reasons why I'm slightly upset by the LA. It's just because it kind of feels like a slightly different Vex, and I was like, well, I wanted something completely different, which is one of the reasons why I like the glare. It's because it was something just entirely different from what we already had. Like a bit more of a unique styled mob is what I wanted. Okay. But, you know. It's fine. I'm just interested to see what we'd get this time. I think it'd be interesting, personally, if we got a mob that had something to do with the warden, you know? And like the ancient cities and stuff. So we had something else going on down there. Beyond just the warden. I think it would add like it could add like another level of like spookage to that area. You know? Maybe it could be something that could help us or something that could hurt us a bit more, but I think it'd be interesting to add something else. Or personally, something new to the end. Like the end of the Nether, I think, needs a new mob. Like nothing's happened to either of those dimensions for a while in terms of like mobs, I feel like. For a second. It's like in comparison to some of the other. It's because compared to the overworld. That's just scream. I'm just that scream. That's horrifying. I mean, I get the feeling, but I also think it'd be interesting to add something else, like a new mob, because I quite like the styling of that area. I think it would be so cool to add like more mobs in that sort of style, like the skulk stuff. I just think it'd be cool. But I definitely think that the end needs like a, oh, then either needs a new mob. We have a map. Okay. So I'm hungry. But we have a map to an ancient city. Oh, maybe a new dimension as well. Yeah, that could be cool. But though that would be more for like a, that could be like a big update sort of thing. Oh yeah, like because people have been talking about the idea that maybe it was there's a portal to a new dimension, and the warden wasn't actually from our dimension, like the overworld, and that could be something a bit more interesting. But I think it'd be so cool though that it's kind of like a whole like Skulk area, like a whole Skulk dimension where more things are. So therefore the ancient cities are still the same, but then there's more that we can go for. But okay, I'm hungry. I want food. So what we're gonna do, and it's getting closer to 3 hours. So we have a map to get ourselves to a woodland explorer. We have a bunch of potions to do more for that, and to go find more monuments, and to go get a bunch more sponge. So we've got a bit of progress on that front, and we're ready to do something a bit more interesting for the next time I stream, for the next stream. Though I don't think I'm gonna be streaming my hardcore world tomorrow, like tomorrow or the next day. But I don't think I'm gonna be streaming. I think I'll be streaming something else. But there's some interesting things to do. It's gonna be fun. We also want to go find an ancient city, but that can wait a little bit. So let's have a look. Who is live? I'm gonna move this over here so I can see it. Who is live right now? Okay, hold on. Fizzy. How long has Fizzy been live? How long has Fizzy been live? For about an hour. Okay. Fizzy is currently doing custom Val with friends. So we can send you over there. So custom games are always fun to be in and like watch and stuff because, you know, you kind of know everyone, so it's kind of an interesting thing. But either way, we're gonna send you over there. You're gonna have a fun time. Fizzy's lovely. But yes, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all very much. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are. I'll be streaming again probably tomorrow, if not the day after. I have some interesting ideas for some stuff for like more like interactivity for a stream, so you guys can like actually control my game. But I've actually got to sort that out. I'll figure out which one via a poll probably, and you guys can decide which one I'm gonna go for. But until then, thank you so much. We're gonna send you over to Fizzy. So thank you all so much. Bye bye. Thank you to the VOD viewers for being here. I appreciate you.